You see before you a very sad pug. A very disturbed pug. A pug who is not happy with his daddy. Because his daddy just got back from going to reclaim the car after dropping off the car earlier today, which means I've come home and gone out twice today since leaving for work. And both times I had to leave him behind because there was no way he was making the walk to over where the mechanic was. So unfortunately, I'm filming this on late Friday night, and he's not super happy with me because we didn't spend a lot of time together today. But I promise tomorrow it's going to be me and you the whole day. I'm not planning to go out anywhere. I originally didn't think I would have the car tomorrow, so I won't be going anywhere tomorrow. I stay here with you, okay? You're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes. So I'm here tonight, as you can tell by the title, to the Commander Core Creator Challenge. And we're going to do a quicker version of this tonight because two reasons. One, I haven't picked the commander yet. I've narrowed it down to several choices, but I haven't picked yet. And I was thinking, since it's the holiday season, regardless of whatever holiday you may celebrate, I celebrate Christmas personally, but I don't care what you celebrate as long as you're happy and it doesn't, involve hurting somebody. I'm good. So, yeah. I figured I would be giving to an extent because I can't actually do contest prizes anymore. We discussed this before. I just don't have the funds to send packs out and stuff. So I've decided this is going to be the first one that we do without a prize. Ironically, I think we'll actually have more participants this time. And instead of doing a prize, what I thought I'd do is I would get more input from you guys as to what we build, so it's more of a community driven contest. So it's kind of just for like props now per se. But on the plus side, I can actually participate now. So we're playing for props, and ignore the dip over here. I'm eating some late night pizza because the walk also killed me to go get the car, and I just felt like I was going to pass out. So I grabbed something on the way home. Super quick. And it is dirt cheap and kind of disgusting. So I'm not going to props this pizza place at all. I'm just going to say it did in a pinch, and yeah. But anyways, I have 12 different cards here. And a few of them are actually dual mode cards, which is cool. A couple of them actually, not three. I thought there was three, but there's only two. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go through each of them, explain why I think it would be an interesting commander to build a holiday commander deck around, how I feel it connects to the holiday in some way, shape, or form. Again, keep in mind that the holiday I celebrate is Christmas, so I'm going to be referring back to Christmas themes a lot in this video. Please do not take offense if you celebrate something else. It's not that I simply just don't know a lot of other holidays the way I know Christmas because that's what I was raised with. So, first one I'm going to present to you is Bilber Bryn Innkeeper. Bree Innkeeper, sorry. I think holidays are always about eating big meals with your family and stuff, and the fact that this guy makes a food at the beginning of your end step if you don't have a food seems like a really fun mechanic to build around. Green white is going to be an interesting set of colors to do this in. For the record, all these commanders are either red, green, white, or a mix of the three in some way, shape, or form, since those are the Christmas colors. So this is our first choice. I think that one's kind of pretty obvious, and I think it's an interesting one to build. Next, I picked Arabella, Abandoned Doll. I know this is more Halloween themed in certain idea, but Christmas is about kids getting toys, and this is one of the only toys that is a legendary that also fit in the color theme. And I thought, what the heck? This could be really entertaining to build around. And see what everybody does. Maybe everybody will find a way to make it more holiday-like and make it more giving instead of pain dealing. I am going to open this at the end after I present all the choices, by the way. So stay tuned for that. Next up, I have Samut, the Driving Force. I really think that she'd be an interesting one to do a holiday themed deck around. First off, she gives a lot of bonus power to all her friends. And she also gives the gift of reduced costs, which is like having sales. So she's good at finding sales, and she's good at giving gifts to other creatures on your board. I think that makes her very holiday themed. And First Strike Vigilance Haste is just a really fun thing to build around. She is expensive to put into play, though. Next up, I picked Queen Elenel Rudok. Elf, and, you know, Christmas has elves. Plus, if one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 white soldier creature token are also created. So she's making, like, toy soldiers, which I thought was kind of neat. So you have elves, you have soldiers. It could be a fun thing to do. I will say at the end which ones are my favorite choices. I don't want to necessarily bias you, but I just feel that I should be upfront and honest about which ones I'm really interested in building and which ones I'm not, so that you know where I'm going to be voting. And the idea here is I would like everybody to vote for their favorite 3 in either the comments of this video or in the Discord channel. Just tell me which 3 are your favorite picks, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one we're going to go with. Next, I know it says he's a warrior, but he's called Cole the Forge Master, and I thought, you know, again, thinking around the idea of elves, even though it's a dwarf, building toys and stuff, made sort of sense. So whenever another non-token creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return it to its owner's hand. I thought that was kind of neat too. Yeah, so it could be fun to build with, that one. Actually, we'll just do 4 across and we'll do 3 rows. Yeah. Next up, Strider, Ranger of the North. Mainly the only reason I put this in is because of the fact that it's actually something from the North. And there are a couple cards in here that are kind of like that, where it's just, it kind of ties into the North Pole, or it ties into winter somehow in a weird way. I do like the landfall thing on this. That's kind of interesting, though. Whenever a land enters under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If it has power 4 or greater, it also gets first strike. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Could be an interesting build. Next up, we have one of our dual face cards. It is Plarg, Dean of Chaos, or Augusta, Dean of Order. I thought this would be a fun one to build because Santa always makes his naughty and nice list. So we've got our nice and we've got our naughty. And you can play whichever side you want to play each time you put it out. And I thought that this would be a really entertaining one to build around. So, yeah. Next up, we have Wolfgar of Icewind Dale. Mainly, I picked it simply because of the word Icewind being in here. But I did like the effect also that it gives you a bonus ability of somebody else's power. So it's like he's helping his friends achieve more than what they could do on their own, and I thought that was kind of neat and sort of, again, in the theme of giving, which if blue was part of this, you would definitely be seeing some gift giving cards in this, more so than what I'm going to put out here, but it is what it is. Green Sleeves, Marrow Sorcerer. Honestly, I just kind of felt that he kind of had sort of like a green vibe to him, and sort of like a tree vibe to him, like a Christmas tree sort of like theme going. This one was a bit of a stretch, I'm not gonna lie. And I just wanted to make sure I had 12 options, to be honest, to fill in the board, and this was just kind of a random pick. So yeah, probably not going to be the number 1 choice unless everybody really wants to build that, though. Next up, Savella, Ice Shaper. Mainly in here because of the ice thing. But you do also get to make Icy Monolith tokens with this guy, which is kind of neat. So it's like he's building his own little, like, Winter Wonderland, which I thought felt very on theme. Blaster Command Combat DJ is the other dual face card that I put in here, and it's largely because it transforms into a boombox, which goes on point with the idea of the toy theme there, I thought. It's another gift that you might give a kid. Um, and I mean, it's very artifact based, which I thought would be kind of a neat thing to do. Two green red artifacts. So you're going to be building a whole bunch of like toys and stuff, essentially. I thought that could be entertaining. And finally, the last one is Miriam, Herd Whisperer. I mean, Santa has his reindeer. I thought this was kind of neat. If we did mounts, I mean, that seems kind of on point with the sleigh ride and everything else, plus vehicles. So I thought this could be a really fun build. Um, I will say right now, off the top, there are 6 that I am really interested in building and 6 that I couldn't care less about. Um, I would be entertained by building this, even though we've done a lot of green stuff on the channel at the beginning of this contest. I am kind of entertained by this card. I do like this lady here. I think that she would be a fun build too. I'm going to flip over the ones that I'm not as interested in currently. So before I do that, just make sure that you guys take a quick look, note the 12, because I will flip them back after I discuss this, but I want you to know that I'm flipping over the ones I'm less interested in building. So I'm not really interested in building the doll, and I'm not really interested in building that. I do think that this would be a really fun one to build. Next up, I'm not so interested in building Strider, even though I do love my Lord of the Rings. And honestly, I don't think I would want to build Wolfgar right now. I think that this would be really on point for a Christmas themed deck. Building a naughty versus nice deck seems like a really fun thing to do. So I'm really interested in doing this one. I'm also really interested in doing not that one and not that one. I'm interested in doing these 3 here. I think that building your own Winter Wonderland sounds like a fun thing to do. I think that it could be very entertaining. And yes, I realize that I basically have 5 green cards and 1 that's only green, red, white. You know what? I'll throw the doll back in and I'll take out. No, I'm gonna put these 2 as like a combo pick. I would pick either of these because I would love to do a doll slash artifact theme where you're just building a set of toys for kids, essentially. So this feels like it's very on theme for Christmas. This feels like it's very on theme for Christmas. This feels on theme for Christmas. Theme for Christmas. Definitely on theme for Christmas is this one because of the whole, like I say, mount thing just feels very on point. And then finally, I just think that Winter Wonderland theme idea seems really fun too. So these are the ones that I'd be interested in building. One of these 2, either or, I'd be okay with. My absolute favorite choices right now would be this one, and this one. But I could easily be talked into any of these. That said, if your heart is in any of the other 5, make sure that you vote for whichever ones you prefer. And as I said, popular vote will be the ruling decision. We will after I hear some feedback, I'm going to probably put up a poll on Tuesday for the top like 4 picks, and then whichever pick gets the most votes by Friday, I'll announce on the following Saturday that will be our build. And I know that will shorten us up by a week in terms of how long we'll have to build the deck, but I do also feel that since we're going into the holidays, it might be more interesting to even though I want it to be very on point for Christmas, as I say, because that's what I celebrate. But I thought it'd be a fun thing to do for New Year's Eve if I manage to get some time by myself. Hopefully I will. To either do a stream with you guys or to make a video doing a review of everybody's deck. So anybody who submits a deck this time, I will go over your deck on either video or on stream. based on what you build. And yeah, so that's where we're at. And I'm going to open this and we're going to close out the video so that I can go to sleep because it's been a long day. I will say that I'm posting after I finish recording this, I am going to post the new set versus old set video that I filmed earlier today. And I am pretty proud and happy with the way that video turned out. So if you didn't get a chance to see that one yet, make sure you go over and check out the finale of Spider-Man versus Dominaria, because it was freaking some hot cards were pulled today. Some really spicy stuff. We got ourselves a Boing, 1 and a blue. Return target creature to its owner's hand, then roll a 6-sided die. If the result is 3 or less, you get to scry that many cards. Interesting. Clowning Around, 1 and a white. Create 2/1/1 white robot, clown robot artifact creature tokens, then roll a 6-sided die. If the result is equal to or less than the number of robots you currently control, create a 1/1 white clown robot artifact creature token. Interesting. So basically you could get 3 potentially out of this card if you don't have more already on board. Step right up, 3 and a black, open 2 attractions. That's pretty solid. That's a good pull. Carnival Carnivore. So far we haven't pulled any acorns. That's interesting too. 5 and a black for 4/6. That's expensive, but you get a death touch creature, and when it enters the battlefield you get a ticket, and then you can put a sticker on a non-land permanent. So that's pretty solid. Coming attraction, 2 and a green. Search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle and open an attraction. Okay. Our Wolf's Advantage, 2 and a red. For creatures you control, get +2/+0 and get Alpha Strike until end of turn. Alpha Strike is that weird alphabet version of First Strike, where if your first letter is before the first letter of whatever you're being blocked by, you get First Strike. Line Prancers, 1 and a green. When it enters, you get 2 tickets. Then you can put a power and toughness sticker on a creature you own. 3 and a green. Target creature you don't control blocks target creature you control with a power and toughness sticker on it, other than this thing, if it's possible. We got another copy of the Space Family Goblinson. I love these guys. They're very cute, but it's really hard to figure out what you're going to do with them because of the weird dice roll thing. They really should have built dice rolling into this card so that you could actually play it more frequently. Like, if it had dice rolling somehow built into its effect, it would actually make for a really fun commander to build. It has trample if you've rolled 3 or more dice, and whenever you roll a die, you put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. But it has no way to make itself roll dice, so that kind of sucks. 3 and 2 red for 5/4, Goblin Employee, Goblin Blasternuts. Enters the battlefield, open an attraction. Whenever you roll a 6, you can copy the spell, ability, or attraction visit that caused you to roll that die. That's kind of neat. How is this a par 3? I've never actually seen this one yet. This is cool. 2 and 2 blue. Whenever you cast a spell, you may have target player mill X cards, where X is the number of words in that spell's name. Well, that makes sense why it's an acorn card, but that is still really fun. We got ourselves a forest. I was hoping for, a dual shock land, but I'll take the forest. Cover the Spot. I'm pretty sure I've pulled that one before. Scavenger Hunt. I think we've got that one too. Ooh, we got a Sanguine Slipper for our holo. I'm not sure why the holo got put so far back, but it has lifelink as long as you control stickered permanent. It's a 3/1. That kind of sucks though. Zombie Employee. Ooh, that's the first time we pulled one of those. That's kind of cool. And 40. 40 might be new to us. I think it is. Cool. So at least we got a new sticker sheet. I can't remember for sure if I have Scavenger Hunt or not. I'm pretty sure I have that one though. And I mean, that's a really neat enchantment. So not a bad pack. Alright. So there you have it, guys. Those are your 12 choices. Please remember to mention in the comment your favorite 3 of the 12. or to write it into the Commander Core Creator Challenge section of the Discord page. And in the meantime, in between time, over here we have our very tired pug, and holding the phone, we have our very tired daddy. And with that, I will say, have a good night. Thank you for tuning in, even though it'll be morning when I post this probably. Yeah. Much love to you all from Kaiba and I. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And hopefully you have a lovely weekend. Okay? Thanks for watching.